concept of little brother is a common theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. And when the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. And the Spartans will kick it away first. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. A very productive run gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team, you get a guy like this that you can hand the football and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's number 2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
The give to the back. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the 22 on 1st and 10 to the air, it's Baker. Looking for the score. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the grab. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
Converts on 4th down. Still going. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Beck's going for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. He wants to change this route. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And everything works out for the offense, right? They went for it on 4th and 1 earlier. It was a big decision, a big gamble. They got it, and now you pay it off with the touchdown. Head coach is loving that.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide.
Working for you back.
This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Spartans send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch near the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. That gives him 54 yards on the ground so far, and he looks to be well on his way to a 1,500-yard season. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Baker. Trying to set up the screen. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it to the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Crosses the 30, he's got away. It's a fumble on the play. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down.
And listen, quarterbacks run more nowadays, and we see more of it, but they do have a tendency, because they are a quarterback, to cough it up a little bit. But how about the man? He said, I got this, and jumps back on it, make sure he covers that thing up so he didn't make a bad play for his offense.
Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And after the stop, that is going to put a hold on this first quarter. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead.
I realized
Really
slowed down.
Performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats.
Better cook.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Wide receiver going in motion.
I'll show you guys.
Looking for a man. It's Baker.
You know.
Quick completion on the out. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains.
That's in that same round.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Toss to the outside. Runs through a tackle. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
You know, you toss the ball to the running back to get him away from all the big boys, right? They stay away from the beef. Those guys get you on the ground with one meat hook. Do a good job tossing the ball in the brim, but goodness gracious, has to...
Oh, he's got some space. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field.
That is boy. I didn't know he was
Off the
good
play
this.
fake on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Is he the one with short shorts?
Showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Pulled down at the 11-yard line.
Somebody, we talking about?
Closer and closer to Pater.
Boy,
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. The lone back's got it. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. He's now up to 70 yards rushing, and what a season. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped.
Time in crunchy.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit.
Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line, and the running game making its presence felt. And the Spartans come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the air on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Spartans want to move quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th
This is the first
down coming
episode.
up. And the Spartans will punt this one away. Hauls it in at the 25. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Got a man.
That might be,
Please score.
they
pick up
get
the
rid of
first
like the
down.
first
They'll
part of
mark
the
him into
season.
34. Got to be expeditious here.
Oh, okay.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Power football with the run. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Right on the money. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Wolverines can really attack on this second
Is
and
he
short.
smashed in the... Is she... Wait, have you seen
The
him?
hand to the running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it
Yeah.
across the line and pick up the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Off play action. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field of play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. 6th play of the drive coming up. On third down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after it.
Fires toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much to break down from a spirited first half between Michigan and Michigan State with the Paul Bunyan Trophy at stake.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Rushes on him. Got a little space. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Looking to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it's picked off right at the goal line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll try the run. Powers through the defender. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
This dude is smart, man.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Picks up the first down. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Throws for the tight end. Got a man, it's Cleasecorn. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Got his man out of the backfield.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
After that last completion, it's second down. They go to the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. With the run on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan Trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much in the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting. Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You've got a chance to keep fighting, show what's inside your chest.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give to the tailback. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get 1 pick 6 in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides the back and leaves it. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You don't even see quarterbacks under center very often, but when you do, and it's short yardage, you kind of know what's coming, but it didn't matter. Quarterback does a great job. Find some space, keep those feet moving, just fall forward and get that yardage, and he gets the big first down.
Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the Spartans look to keep this drive humming. Scanning the field, it's Flores. A little release to the back.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Gonna look downfield again. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming to the game, and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for space. It's Morris. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
It's an unfortunate looking woman.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to do it on the ground. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
That's a risky play call there.
Oh, yeah, that's what.
Okay. Yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way.
Turning it on! Smashes ahead. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here's the handoff. Jukes his way for more. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Shakes off the defender. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Flores. Flips it out on the screen. Fighting off the defender. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
There to
He
stop
looked up
him
on
at
a drug
the
bus.
43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Lets it fly deep downfield. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Wolverines. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan.